we're talking about the new Xbox handheld, the ROG Ally X, because this is a very strange
He
project.
couldn't contain it anymore, man. The console wars is over. PlayStation is third party, so he had to find a way to bash the new Xbox handheld, man. We knew this was coming, man. Come on, man. At least wait for the pre-orders.
Actually comes out now in less than a month, but Xbox themselves still isn't talking about how much it actually costs. But somebody has now leaked the price. It's $1,000, so it's $900. And I wanted to do the video today talking about.
And you could buy the other version for $550. How come you're not telling people that? Why are you being so condescending? That's like saying the PlayStation 5 is trash because they're telling you to go buy the $800 version when you can go pick up one for $400 to $500. You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you even doing that, man? The fact that you was out here telling people that there's not two separate models, even though you paid $500 for that lousy Nintendo Switch 2, but yet somebody can't pay $550 for something far more powerful that also gives you access to the games that you purchased on your Xbox or PC or whatever have you, what Xbox Play Anywhere feature. And for some reason, that's a problem.
Why specifically, I think it is important not to buy this. And it's
here
not
we
just.
go. Let me guess, all because it has the Xbox label? I mean, come on, man. I mean, you've been glorifying that Steam Deck, bro. Listen, it's outdated. Matter of fact, this Xbox handheld is far better than that. And I can guarantee you're going to put why would you need that? I'm going to put the Steam Deck on a pedestal as if it's better. And it isn't.
Anti-Xbox. It's not just Xbox got no games. I wanted to sort of break down why I do believe the next generation of console warring isn't going to be Nintendo versus Microsoft versus Sony. It's not even going to be PC versus console. I do think the next console war that is going to be kicking off here in the next 2 years is going to be the handheld wars.
And put that Game Boy Advance down, man. The handheld wars, bro. Yeah, the handheld wars that is all using PC architecture. Is that what you mean, man, bro? Listen, bro. You see what happens when you're a pathetic little PlayStation fanboy? Now you have to find something else to fight about. Now that they know that PlayStation is third party and potentially going to be putting the vast majority of their games on other platforms, now all of a sudden it's the handheld wars? No, it is called the live service and subscription war, because that's exactly where the vast majority of these companies are making their money on.
Admit that I'm actually excited about this, and it's for mostly the reason that in a lot of ways I do think this is so wild. I saw this a couple days ago, and I've actually just kept this open because I kept just waiting to see
Let the countdown begin, baby.
Xbox, where they're doing a countdown for a device that legitimately doesn't have a price point, that doesn't have pre-orders. 1 month. When's the last time you saw a device that was this advertised that didn't have some ability to at least look into it, right? We really don't know anything about this yet. And even Brad Sams, this guy's actually a big Xbox leaker, said price of the ROG Ally X. It is.
And what about the $500 and $50 version? How come you're not telling people about that, man? Why are you guys acting like you have to spend $900 for that model? You can still spend $550, which is still more powerful than what you're getting with the Switch 2, but yet you went out there and bought that even though you said you hated it, all because it has exclusives, but yet Xbox gamers or gamers alike can't pick up a $500 and $50 version ROG Ally? Like, I mean, I get it, man, but it's just like, why are you being so condescending with it? Because you know that $550 for that is way better than what you got with the Switch 2, and it's far more powerful. But yet, it's a bad portable?
$900 for the more beefy version and about $550 for that slightly lower quality version. Now, my reason for making this video, again, is not just saying, oh, if you buy this, you're a bad person. Oh, this is just a hunk of junk. I do think that from the specs they've released and stuff, this is a pretty beefy piece of tech.
Which means that it's worth the money that people are willing to spend on it. So what's the problem? Because, like, let's just be honest, man. If this did not have the Xbox insignia on it, you wouldn't be hating on it. And we all know this.
Obviously, the graphics of it are going to be pretty decent, but I almost feel like the lesson we're taking from gaming right now is this arms race of power that I just feel like people don't want anymore. Like, maybe I'm so disconnected. Let's talk about the success of the best handheld that's sort of outside the mainstream, right? Obviously, the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2, these are big old beefy boys. But what has been the biggest independent success?
Probably. What? You PlayStation fanboys don't think that is a success? Hold on. Every time you talk to a PlayStation fanboy, they said, look, even the Switch 2 outsold it, even on its launch day. All the Steam Deck did was sell 3 to 4 or 5 million. That's what you people be saying. Now all of a sudden it's a success? According to who?
Like the Steam Deck.
Oh, here we
even
go.
This has only sold a couple million units. This has sold roughly 3.5 million units. Now,
and you guys call that a success?
Personally, I'm obsessed with my Steam Deck.
The Switch 2 outsold that the day that it launched. Okay.
A lot of people are. The fact that you can just instantly dock it, it instantly carries cloud saves back and forth. You can emulate games on this.
So that's even more of a reason as to why you should pick up the Xbox handheld. But since it has Xbox on it, for some reason you don't like it. I just don't get you, dude, because it's like you go as far to say that you like a lot of these devices, but yet you got Microsoft out here coming out with a better product, even the one that you're holding in your hand for a pretty reasonable price of $550, and for some reason that is a problem. But yet you paid $500 for a Nintendo Switch 2, which is far weaker than... You know what? Go ahead.
You can play literally anything. You can mod it. You can customize it. This is fantastic. But... honestly, the graphics on the Steam Deck, not that insane. If you actually look at the top played games on Steam, I would love to know the numbers of the PlayStation 5 Pro, how much they've sold of the PlayStation 5 Pro, because as much as I enjoy my Pro, I don't think it's been this overwhelming, crazy, game-buster success. I think a lot of people that are buying PlayStations are buying it for the third party. I mean, let's face it, there isn't a lot of first-party PlayStation the last couple of years, other than like Concord.
Oh, Gamester with another W. I told you these ponies weren't playing no exclusives. Now a Dreamcast guy has admitted it, man. We knew this from the very beginning. Oh, it's been nothing but a third-party box, and PlayStation 5 has no first party. You heard it from the pony commissioner himself. Let's hear that again.
I think a lot of people that are buying PlayStations are buying it for the third party. I mean, let's face it, there isn't a lot of first-party PlayStation in a couple years, other than like Concord. A lot of people buying stuff.
But I thought Gamester was a hater, you know. I thought he was just out here bashing PlayStation, man. Even you ponies know it, man. That's why you too busy getting on your knees begging for these Xbox games to come to your platform. I mean, come on, man. It was pretty obvious to me.
Hey, I want to play Final Fantasy XIV online with my friends. Hey, I want to play the new Resident Evil in the best graphics possible. Hey, I want to actually experience games on my system that's easy, it auto-updates, it works. The new Xbox handheld does not actually play Xbox games. It doesn't play old Xbox games. It doesn't have some built-in emulator that lets you play Xbox One and Xbox 360 the way the Series X does. Nope. This is only a Windows handheld with the new big screen mode they have right here, right? Full screen experience. People have basically...
But it can't play Xbox games. Okay, few games are not compatible on it. No different than a Steam Deck. Not every game on Steam is also compatible on the Steam Deck. You do know that, right? You do understand that there's some hardware limitations and stuff of that nature. So what are we doing? Like I said, it can play a huge amount of Xbox games on that handheld, which therefore means it's an Xbox handheld. It has the Xbox insignia on it. Regardless of what you people want to call it, you're still playing Xbox games through a handheld that Microsoft has endorsed. No matter how many times you try to spin this, it doesn't matter.
Got firmware that runs on the ROG Ally X. They've gotten it to run on other ROG Allies. So really, anything that makes this particularly special can basically be ported. But my thing is the fact that what's really weird about this is that the original premise was, anything that's Xbox Play Anywhere, you buy it on your Xbox, you can play it on your phone or on your PC.
And you still can continue to do that as long as the game supports it. Now we're arguing that every game was gonna. Bro, come on, man. I mean, you people already knew this, man. Let's stop the cap, bruh. Let's stop the cap. We already know. Like I said, there's actually quite a few titles that do support it, but the ones that do have it are supported.
Where you can play it on your ROG Ally X, but nobody's doing that. Nobody's really pitching in. In a lot of
So Xbox is not doing it with their own catalog of games? Seriously?
ways, not only is the Xbox handheld just an even worse version of the Steam Deck, it just feels like a giant answer to a question no one's asking, which is, what if we had a much more expensive, much more downgraded, much worse battery life, much more clunky version of a Steam Deck?
What do you mean clunky? The fact that the configuration of the controller resembles one of the best controllers that we've had in gaming, which is Xbox, is already far better than the Steam Deck. Even a Steam Deck fanboy would tell you that. We already know that, man. Stop the cap, bro. And I'm not trying to bash the Steam Deck, guys. Don't get it twisted. But my point still stands is the fact that you guys are bashing this product all because Xbox endorsed it. We all know this. Oh, but it can't play everything. And neither can the 360 games on PC. But ain't nobody be saying these arguments. So what are you talking about? Oh, so the PlayStation 5 is not a PS5 because it can't play PS1, 2, or 3 games natively? PSP, it can't play them natively? So we're going to sit there and tell people that the PS5 is not a PlayStation because they can't play all the PlayStation games? Come on, man.
This thing, when I bought it, this is the middle of the range version, I think. This one cost me $400. Then I spent some money on a better drive for it. I bought a dock. I bought some controllers. I probably spent $550, close to $600 on this. And
you spent $600 on something that is far inferior that. And then you guys wonder as to why we have to call this behavior out. You spent about $600. Not saying it's not worth it. The Steam Deck is a great piece of hardware. But my point still stands. The Xbox handheld, even at the price of $550, is way more powerful than what you're getting with the Steam Deck. And you're going to be able to do more. But yet there's a problem. If I was a Steam Deck owner, I would be looking forward to the new Xbox handheld. To be honest with you. It'd be the perfect device for you. But since it's got Xbox label on it, that's why we have to hate on it.
I've put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this thing. The idea that the basic model of this, if you're just trying to buy an Xbox thing, this is going to cost you $550 for even the bad version of the ROG Ally.
That bad version is better than your good version of the Steam Deck.
This to me seems like, honestly, such a catastrophic failure.
Oh, really? But yet you bought the Switch 2 for $500. Are you serious? And the Switch 2 is far weaker than what you're getting with the Xbox handheld, even at its poor version. Like, bruh.
So let me help you Xbox gamers out. When you buy a game on your Xbox Series X, let's say GTA 6, it won't work on your ROG Ally X because it's actually a PC handheld and not an Xbox handheld. You might want to ask your favorite Xbox content creator why they didn't tell you this. So he's obviously just being inflammatory, but I do think that this is wild. Xbox has confirmed that the Asus, not really an Xbox, handheld does not have backwards compatibility with previous Xbox titles. Another legendary Moore's Law is Dead leak.
That doesn't make sense because Xbox Series X is not compatible with every single Xbox original 360 game. That's a terrible argument. Now, mind you, it does have backwards compatibility for a lot of those titles. But you're acting as if the Xbox Series X is playing Xbox original. It's all doing it through emulation. It's not natively playing these games. If I pop a disc into my Xbox while it's offline, it won't do anything because I have to be logged into the server. Like, what are you guys talking about? But I do know one thing. PlayStation has far less compatibility with their own games than what Xbox do because I can play PS1 and 2 games on the Series X. But can you play the vast majority of your games, including GameCube? I can't do that on the PS5. I can't play NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. If I was dead broke, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm getting a hold of myself.
Despite the haters, I am in a spot now where I do truly believe we're about to hit a meltdown of sorts, a collapse of gaming. Not the entire industry, not everybody, but I almost think that in a lot of ways, what gaming became successful for originally was accessibility. About the fact that everybody could get a game, everybody could instantly figure out Pokemon, everybody could instantly figure out Final Fantasy because it was turn-based, so slow, it choreographed elemental weaknesses and stealing from bosses to get items. There was a trend of making games not just easy to learn, but very, very fun to learn. And low price tags help that. Oh, are you afraid that you're not going to understand all
Gaming was, no, that's not true. Gaming was very expensive. We're going to act like the 3DO did not exist, and we're going to act like the Neo Geo did not exist. And we're going to act like gaming was cheap, because you do know that the prices of the Sega Saturn, if you take in consideration inflation and all that, was far more expensive than any of these devices that you're getting now. You guys do understand that, right? People made less money back then. And the games was very expensive, especially with the type of output of games that they had. You guys have it good. You get hundreds and hundreds of games through a subscription service. Some people, man, they bought a Sega Genesis and the only thing they could have played was the pack-in game. They couldn't go out. That's why Blockbuster and all these rental services were popular back then, because they weren't people buying games. That's why they existed. People used to rent all the time. Rent movies, rent video games. People did not have the type of money, and if you did, that was a luxury.
The buttons of this handheld, well, good news. The Game Boy Advance, when it came out, this was $70 when it came out. $70. And had thousands and thousands of games. And yeah, some of them sucked, but this had an incredibly, incredibly good catalog. I almost feel like my contention with the ROG Ally X and kind of just a lot of these really high-end devices right now is that I feel like they're trying to tell you, make more money, spend more money, give us more money for a product that isn't more fun. This is just a rambly off-the-cuff video.
Well, I mean, you're going to need fun games to have that, right? And as of right now, the gaming industry is in a nutshell. They just don't make the same quality of games that I remembered. It is what it is, guys. That is a reflection of your industry, not necessarily the hardware that's going with it. Like I've said before, man, we went from having 360 Gears 1, 2, 3 in Judgment to just freaking waiting for Gears E-Day in a reskinned version of Ultimate. This is embarrassing. Halo Infinite. You didn't even get a next-gen Halo. When a 360 camera, you got Halo 3, you got Halo 4. Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, and Halo 4. To just get one Halo game. Like, it's embarrassing, bro. Y'all ain't got no Uncharted. Y'all waiting 6 to 7 years for Intergalactic. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, I'm tired of it, bro. As old as I become, like, you gotta tell me, and these guys are even older than I am. You guys are in your 50s, and y'all waiting 6 to 7 years for a game that could potentially flop, and it might not even be fun. This is why gaming is boring, man. And if it wasn't for these third-party and these free-to-plays, I can guarantee you PlayStation and Microsoft would have already pulled the cord. They would have already pulled it, because that's where a lot of the money coming from. And once those games die off, it's done for video gaming. It's done for consoles. It's done for gaming. I mean, at this point, these consoles are on life support. I hate to say it. Y'all like, what do you mean? They're on life support. It is what it is. Once Fortnite stops being the greatest big... Because y'all got to remember, when I was growing up, back in my days, Halo was the most popular thing. Look how things change. You'd be a fool to think that people be playing Fortnite the same way 20, 30 years from now, no matter how many times they update it. People change, things change. It is what it is, man. It's the mark of the beast. And I'm sitting there telling you, once those things die off, there ain't none of these companies. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, of course, Dreamcast guy has to go as far to hate the new Xbox handheld, even though it's set at a reasonable price of $550. If you want the premium product, pay $900. No different than what y'all did with the PS5 Pro, right? Would you guys go as far to bash PlayStation because of the PS5 Pro? You wouldn't. You would just say, get the $400 PS5. Get the $400 Slim. Exactly. So why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? They acting like they didn't come up with two models, and that's why I'm saying it's very disingenuous. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. And like I said, take care. Peace out.